Welcome to the Karpfucius Says Podcast, the show where we talk about anything and everything related to living a more purposeful and empowered life. I am your host, Michael Karp, aka Karpfucius. Alright, welcome to episode number 8 of the Karpfucius Says Podcast. It has been a little while since the last episode, but we are back. And we're back with an episode entitled The Pressure to Be Happy. I thought that the coming back episode after a couple months off, especially after moving to Costa Rica, might be a bit more of a, oh my God, everything's amazing. I'm living the dream and all that type of stuff. And yes, I am. I'm literally wearing a shirt right now that my dad made for me. It's a Pura Vida shirt, and it says underneath, living the dream. So, yeah. In a way, yes, I am. But this episode is actually more vulnerable. It's a bit more deep, a bit deeper than that. And, it's something that is important for me to share and could be an important understanding for the people who listen to this episode as well. So let's dive in. All right. The pressure to be happy. So this episode is inspired by kind of what's been happening over the last 2 weeks here in Costa Rica for me. And it hasn't necessarily been, let's just say emotionally, I haven't been in such a high place. Like, I've been feeling kind of in a rut. I've been feeling kind of a little bit stale and a little bit like things are just a little bit monotonous and just not what I think, not what my perception of what this experience should be like. Right? My perception of what this experience should be like is I'm living my dream. I'm living abroad, which is massive for me. I'm living in a different country and I'm learning a new language and I'm absorbing myself in a new culture. I'm doing work that I enjoy and work that really is important to me and matters to me and is very purposeful for me. I'm living in a beautiful area. Like, we literally have this gorgeous ocean view of the bay here on the west coast of Costa Rica. My friend, his girlfriend, his mom literally live right next door. So we're hanging out all the time. And, the beach is a 20-minute walk away. On paper, everything should be amazing. I should be feeling fantastic. At least that's my perception, right? But I haven't been, over the last few weeks. And it's not just that I haven't been feeling that good. It's also that I've been feeling the pressure to feel good. Like, I should feel good. Like, I should be happy. And especially as someone who is, podcasting, as someone who is writing books, and I just created a book, I just created an audio book, I just created a course, and I'm about to start selling those. And these podcast episodes, my posts on social media, these books and courses that I'm creating are meant to inspire people. They're meant to help people feel better and live more empowered lives and live more purposefully and experience the joy of that and experience the happiness that comes from living this way and following this path that I am currently on, right? And so there's this paradigm that I have that I need to feel good. I need to be happy. How can I be this person who is helping other people find their life purpose and live it and find the clarity that they've been seeking and not be in this super happy state myself. Like, that's been my paradigm around all of this. And sometimes I feel a lot of pressure. I feel a lot of pressure to not just live a happy life and live joyfully, but also to express it and to share it, and, you know, in some ways to even portray it, right? Like how am I going to post something that doesn't portray this dream life if I'm trying to help people live their dream life? So there's been this internal paradox and some internal conflict. And the first thing is, you know, I've got to manage the feelings of not feeling that good, not feeling as joyful as I feel like I should be feeling. You know, even though it took me 3 years to get back to a point where I'm living abroad and traveling and living my perception of my dream life, right? And so, like, it was a long road to get back here. I went through a lot of stuff. You know, I should be freaking happy. And I have been, you know, up until like a few weeks ago, I was really, really happy. And I was like, yes, I'm finally back. I'm doing it. I'm living the life that I want to live. And so first, it's understanding those feelings and accepting them. Accepting, okay, yeah, for the last few weeks, I haven't really felt the way that I necessarily want to feel. And okay, like, for me, I like to understand why. Like, what are the reasons why? And one, like, those 3 years that I spent back in the US, 95% of that time, I was on a healing journey to heal my body. And a part of what's been healing is my emotional capacity. Like, literally, my heart is healing. And some of my other emotional and energy centers are both physically and energetically, they're still healing. And so just biologically, I don't necessarily have all of my emotional capacity back yet. Like, I'm still healing now every single day. And so I have to cut myself some slack and cut my body some slack, that one of the reasons I'm not feeling as good as I could, I'm not as joyful as I could be, is simply because my body's still healing, you know, and it still needs whatever time it needs to finish up, you know. And sometimes I get frustrated with that because I know how joyful I could be feeling if I was done healing, right? But that's not productive thinking, because that's not going to change the healing. It's not going to make it better. And in fact, if I actually really dive into those thoughts, it could make it worse. So part of it is accepting that there's a part here that is not necessarily in my control. It's a good thing. Healing is a good thing, right? But it is affecting my ability to feel good and to really fully enjoy this experience that I'm having. And it's much better for me just to accept that and flow with it than to not accept it and resist it, because that could just make it worse, right? Secondly, I've been working a lot over the last month. I did this 30-day challenge to get this course, this book, this audiobook, and a coaching program ready for people, and ready for people to dive in and get value from it, and setting up the whole funnel for that. And it has been a lot of work. It's been amazing. I love it. Like, it's super fun for me. This is something that I've always wanted to do, and it's literally like a dream come true. And at the same time, I've been working my face off while at the same time healing, right? So I've been working myself quite a bit, and that's also contributed to me, you know, like, some of my energy is a little bit depleted, and I don't even like to see myself that way. But, you know, that's what's happening. Some of my energy is depleted, and I need to allow myself some time to re-energize. And then, so this is all kind of culminated right? It's all kind of built up into what's happened over the last 2 weeks. And then couple that with I haven't been as good at expressing like how I'm feeling, because in part it's difficult for me to really explain it, because this healing journey that I'm going through is complex. There's energetic stuff going on, and sometimes I can't even tell how I'm feeling. I just know that I'm not feeling as good, and more importantly, other people know, and so they're all asking me like, how you feeling? You okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, but I'm not feeling that great, to be quite honest. But it's hard for me to express that to them, right? And so yesterday, this kind of culminated, and my friends started to say like, hey, like we're here, like we're family. If you want to talk, or if you want to express these feelings, you can. You can tell us how you're feeling, and maybe it'll make you feel better, and we'll hold the space for you. And this is a safe space, like there's no judgment here. And, like you can share this stuff, and they just kind of opened the doorway for me to, if I feel inspired to, and if I feel like it would help, I can share it with them, right? And I know I can also talk to my parents whenever, right? And, that's really meaningful to have people who are willing to hold the space for you and to allow you to vent without necessarily trying to solve the problem, right? Because I don't need anybody to solve my problems for me. Like, I'm super driven, and this isn't my first rodeo with dealing with my own inner stuff. Like, this has been an 11-year journey for me. I don't necessarily need people to solve my problems for me, but sometimes I do need people to vent to. And sometimes I do need people to express the things that are going on inside, right? Just to let that energy out, so it's not just sitting within me and I'm not just brooding in it, And that's something that hasn't been natural for me. The natural thing for me is just to solve it myself, handle it myself, and in quotes, I didn't want to burden other people with what was going on inside of me. Yet at the same time, I was perfectly willing to help other people who are going through stuff and to listen to them and to hold the space for them, right? But I haven't been so open to allowing other people to do that for me, right? So that I can let these energies flow through and step back into the emotional, energetic space that I really want to be in, and which is good for myself and which is good for other people as well. So that's a shift that I'm making in expressing how I'm feeling, even if I'm not feeling that good. And even recording this episode right now is me doing that. Like right now, technically I'm venting and expressing to you, right? To my listeners and, to the microphone. And it is therapeutic, and it really is helping. Like, I'm feeling better already. And even just this morning when I was creating this episode, and I was imagining what I was going to say, I already started to feel better. I already started to feel that energy that I've been feeling over the last 2 weeks, starting to transmute into something more empowering and transmute into something which is what I want to feel, instead of something which I don't really want to feel, not for an extended period of time, at least, because my intention is to enjoy my life. My intention is to enjoy where I am. My intention is to enjoy the people and the place. And that doesn't mean never feel like down. It doesn't mean that even feeling down is feeling bad. It's not bad, it's just a feeling. And it's part of your emotional skill set to learn how to flow with these feelings and let them flow through you and, and transmute, as opposed to suppressing them and holding them in and resisting them, which just makes it worse, right? So it's a part of the emotional skill set and the emotional toolbox, right? To have avenues to have outlets for the energy, right? And sometimes people use working out, sometimes people use meditation, sometimes people even use their work, sometimes people use nature, sometimes people use other forms of exercise. And these are all stuff that I've used because they've been things that I do myself and I don't have to tell anybody about it, right? But there are just some things that will transmute way faster, way easier, and way more effectively if you just express it and let it flow out. And through the process of expression, it leaves you, or it transmutes within you. Transmute just means it changes. It changes to a higher vibration energy, right? So that's what I'm learning now. I'm learning to express these feelings with the intention of transmuting them and letting them flow instead of resisting them and making them kind of stuck. And it's a skill that I need to get comfortable with and I want to get comfortable with. And right now, just creating this podcast episode is a process of me doing that, right? And it allows other people in my life who care about me to serve me in the way that I've served others, by holding the space and allowing you the opportunity to vent and just let it out in a safe space, in a space where people are not gonna necessarily try to solve the problem, because it isn't necessarily a problem. It's just energy that needs to transmute. And also not worry about me, because sometimes I haven't wanted to express when I'm feeling down because I don't want people worrying about me. Because I don't want them to feel down. I don't want to feel down and then I tell someone else I'm feeling down and then now they're feeling down. That to me, just in the way my mind works, that's just totally impractical, right? So I haven't wanted to share some of the stuff because I haven't wanted other people to then feel down as well. Like, to me, that just doesn't make sense. But I also haven't expressed, hey, like, I need to share, can I share this with you? And, I don't need you to solve this. And I also don't want you to also start worrying about me because I'm fine. I just need to let this out, right? Like, just that alone would already solve that issue of me not wanting other people to feel down when I'm feeling down, right? So it's that communication, honest communication, open communication, and creating a safe space where everybody understands that this is to vent, to let things out, and to let that energy transmute so we can step into the place that we really want to be. So that's the first part. The first part is dealing with the energy, managing the energy, and having ways to vent or transmute it into basically a higher vibration, right? Or something more practical, something more empowering, or just put it simply into more of an energy that you really want to be in, right? That's the first part. The second part is the pressure to be happy and this pressure to feel good, like you should be feeling good, like you should be happy. Like maybe things on paper are good, or maybe what a lot of people like to do is they compare it, right? They go, well, compared to someone in poverty, I should be feeling amazing, right? Or compared to someone with a way worse life than me, I should be super happy right now. But the issue with that is like, yeah, intellectually that makes sense, but you're still dealing with that feeling, right? You're still dealing with that pressure. You're still dealing with that energy. Sometimes it can transmute the energy, but sometimes not, because it's just it's not such a practical example. You're not in poverty, right? You're not living that life that is, subjectively or objectively worse than yours. You're living your life, and this is how you are feeling right now. And sometimes we feel this pressure from other people to like feel good, especially when they're feeling good and they want you to feel good. Or if you're someone like me, who like a part of my purpose and a part of my most honest expression in life is to create content like this, right? To create inspiring content and to inspire people to live more up to their potential and to live fuller, more complete lives and to achieve their goals and dreams and like all that type of stuff. And sometimes I feel like I have to be a shining example of that. And I have to, I've got to be happy and I've got to feel good and I've got to live my dream life. Otherwise it's incongruent. And that pressure doesn't actually help me do that. What it might only do is cause me to put up a facade, right? If I feel like I'm pressured to put on this, if I feel like I'm pressured to be happy and I'm not feeling that way in that moment, and yet like I've got to post something or I want to post something, I'm more inclined to put on a facade than I am to actually express what's really going on. Right? It's more likely to be inauthentic than authentic, or it's more likely to be like I'm gonna fake it for a little bit and then go right back to the way I'm really feeling, instead of actually expressing how things really are, like I am right now in this episode. So the pressure for me to be happy and then to share that, to inspire others, is not actually the most effective like motivation at all. Like, because I don't think that actually serves you. I don't think that actually serves my people. I don't think that actually serves the people that I've been called to serve in this world. And, it might even be a disservice to them. And it's definitely a disservice to me to put on any type of facade. Authenticity is always going to be more effective at helping, at building a connection, right? And helping to inspire people and helping to motivate people in the way that I really want to, right? And that I really feel I am meant to. And so I'm doing that now. I'm doing that now in this episode, being vulnerable and, taking off the mask. I could have easily made an episode about how amazing Costa Rica has been since I got here and all these awesome experiences and like this beautiful place I'm living at and it's so peaceful and like all this stuff. But I just haven't been feeling that over the last few weeks. I've been dealing with this energy, I've been dealing with these emotions, and it's actually been therapeutic and very helpful for me to share that right here, right now, in this episode. And just that alone is a sign enough that this is the right way to go. And this is the way that I want to go. I've always valued vulnerability since I learned about it from Mark Manson when I was in college, like 11 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. And, I'm still learning how to really be it fully. And this right now is a part of that learning process. So, the pressure to be happy, coupled with dealing with our emotions and letting go of that pressure to be happy and that pressure to look happy in front of other people, I think is really important for us to actually deal with whatever emotions and energies we are dealing with at that time and to transmute them into something more empowering for us, something more practical for our lives, and something that will really serve us a bit more than those other energies. So, thank you so much for listening to this episode. Thank you for holding the space for me and allowing me to get vulnerable with you. If you have any questions about anything, send me an email at michael@karpfucius.com, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace! And one more thing. Are you trying to find your life purpose? Are you trying to figure out what you really want to do with your life? Then I have the book for you. It's called The Purpose Discovery System. The Purpose Discovery System is my brand new ebook teaching you how to find your life purpose, define it with clarity, and make a plan to follow it, even if you are totally lost and have no clue what to do with your life right now. This book is filled with exercises to help you figure out exactly who you are, what you want, and where you want your life to go. It walks you through the whole purpose discovery system, which is a 5-step process to figure out what your life purpose is and what you really want to do with your life. This is the exact process I use to find my life purpose, and it can help you find yours as well. If you're interested, click the link in the show notes or in the description to check out the book now, and you will even get 5 free bonuses with your purchase. So, check out the Purpose Discovery System right now and find your life purpose.